Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, welcome to the family. I hope you consider subscribing, and let's get it. Today we are doing a silk press. This is her hair when she came in, and this is her hair after I have shampooed her hair. Make sure you give a clarifying shampoo. I gave her a moisture shot, and now I've just towel dried her hair, and I'm sectioning off her hair into 4 quadrants. I'm doing this because I want to make sure that my product is going to be evenly distributed throughout her strands. Now I'm going in with my Red Ken Frizz Dismiss. Love that for frizzy curly hair. And this is my Miracle Cream Mizani by Mizani, and I'm cocktailing those two to give me the perfect finish. I am rubbing that in, and I'm going to be combing the quadrant with my comb from ends to roots to properly detangle the hair and make sure that your product is distributed throughout the hair. All right, I like to do the quadrant technique because that way I'm confident that my product is all over, is on all of our strands. Now I'm going in, I'm using the cap method because I don't want her hair to get too dry before I get too far. So I want to make sure that the cap is going to keep the moisture in her hair. And I'm going in with my favorite, one of my favorite round brushes, and I am blow drying her hair nicely. Make sure you give a little tension on that brush because as you can see, her hair shrinks a lot and she has curly hair, so you want to make sure that you are giving a little tension. And I'm just gonna go through, and as you can see, you guys, this video is in real time, so the time that it takes me to dry this one section, it's real time. That's the time it takes. So to go through all of this drying session, it took me about 45 minutes. Now you guys, I know that may seem like a long time, but your blow dry makes or break your silk press. All right, so you're going to want to make sure that your blow drying part of the silk press is up to par. You have to make sure that your client's hair is blow dried properly. You don't need to leave any moisture in the hair. You need not to leave any moisture on the scalp anywhere. Make sure that you are getting that scalp. And I know sometimes we are very concerned about burning the clients. We don't want to burn them, but you have to make sure that you are moving your blow dryer quickly so it doesn't stay on one section of the hair or on the scalp too long, because that can create damage. It can damage the hair with too much heat, and it can also burn the scalp. All right, so take your time and make sure that you're rotating the blow dryer quickly, especially when you get to the scalp. All right, so take it from me, you guys, your blow drying part of the silk press is the most important part. So you're going to want to make sure that you are taking small section for your blow drying, and you're going to make sure that the sections that you're taking, they are completely dried. All right, as you can see, you guys, I sped up the blow drying process because listen, this video would have been way too long if I didn't. So you guys, I've done with my blow drying, and this is what it's looking like. She was even saying to me, oh, come it so straight with just a blow dry. So you guys, I've allowed my flat iron, I turn on my flat iron so it can go on heating up, and I'm taking 2, as you can see, you guys, you can go back, I'm taking 2 drops of my blend of oils, and after I put it on, I realized, oh my gosh, this video is going too fast. So after I put on the 2 drops of oil, I decided that I'm going to go in with 2 drops. That is it. Now my flat iron is set on 410. I know some people will say that is too much heat, but it's not. You have a heat protectant on, that's important. So my to show you how much heat protect. Oh, I make sure that the hair is protected. My frizz dismiss is a heat protectant, and my Mizani is a heat protectant, and the oil that I just put on, that blend is also protecting the hair from heat damage. So make sure heat is not the enemy here, you guys. Heat is not the enemy. The enemy is the user of it. All right, so always remember that. So my flat iron is set at 410 degrees Celsius, and I am going with one pass. Sometimes I may blast the roots twice, but one pass straight through. And guys, the video is not sped up. This is real time. So just look and see how slowly I'm going through the length of the section that I'm taking, because you don't need to be going through 2 or 3 times. You just want to make sure that you are slowly going through the section you have. And it's always a good idea to keep your comb beneath the flat iron, because that helps the hair to become smoother. All right, so as you can see, I'm going one pass, and yeah, and I'm going through the entire head with the same size sections. I'm making my sections about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. It all depends on the thickness of your client's hair. Now, if you have a finer hair client, you know you can take 1/2 of an inch for your section sizes, but with her I took about 1/4 of an inch. That works perfect with me. And I'm just going through. You guys, can you see that the amount of drops of oil that I put on her hair is literally, it makes it's so small, and that's all you need. Because if you go ahead and put more, you are going to be sorry, because it's going to be too weighed down. All right, it's going to be too weighed down, and it's going to be so heavy that it's no longer a silk press. All right, because a silk press is, as it is stated, silky. It's supposed to be silky. And you see that movement. If you put too much product, if you add too much product, it's all over. It's no longer silk press. Maybe you could say it's a press. Anyhow, you guys, as you can see, I'm just going through consistently, same speed, same size sections. And if you do that, you guys, you're good. Your silk press will come out really nice. Now, you guys, this is my little technique that I use to get the hairline. All I do is part out a section and grab it with my index and my thumb and put the iron over it quickly. And yes, the clients, they're going to be afraid. They're going to be like, oh, you're going to burn me. But just know that you won't. Know that you are in control of the heat and the iron. So you guys, I'm done with the press, and now I'm going to go ahead and trim her hair. Now, you guys, what I did was to comb her hair flat, and I took a picture of her hair, and then she tells me where to cut. Yes, I know you could argue that I could have taken off more. That is true, and I totally agree. But what the clients say is what we have to respect. All right, so that's where I went. And over time, we're going to get our ends right. But it doesn't have to be in one go. And you guys, I ended up cutting at a 0 degree across her back. That's not my favorite way to cut, but I did that because I wanted the hair to fall so I can get to keep the shape that the hair naturally grows into. So that's why I did that cut on her back. No, as you can see, I'm grabbing the hair with a little bit of elevation between my fingers, and I'm making sure that it is even. I like to do that because for me, that's the best way for me to make sure that the haircut is even. Now, as you can see, I am holding each section at a 90-degree angle. As I go up her head, I am giving more elevation to get my 90-degree angle, and I'm just cutting her hair. I'm doing this not really because I want to add layers, but because I want to make sure that all of her ends are being properly trimmed as much as I can. And as you can see, you guys, the shape is coming together nicely. Now I like to do this horizontal type of cut because that way it helps me to make sure, double sure, that the cut is even right across the head. So I like to just grab the hair and pull it forward and check it at a horizontal angle. So everything is well set and our hair is looking healthy already. So what I'm doing is just to show you guys that the face framing that I've done is nice and even. And now I'm going to go ahead and take big sections, like 2 inches, and I am going to pass my flat iron through it while giving it a little curve. This helps to smooth the ends of the hair more than if you were just flat iron the hair bone straight, like I was doing when I was doing the press in small section. It is really wise to go straight, bone straight, whenever you're doing a press at first, and then you can go ahead and do what I'm doing now, just to give the hair a little bump and also to make it smoother. And this is it. Can you see how shiny that is? And it is moving. It is not heavy. Now you guys, I'm just adding some hairspray. Please make sure to like the video, and if you're still here at this part of the video, thank you so much for watching the entire video. I'm so grateful. And tell me how I did with this silk press. Tell me if it is silky enough, or tell me how I did, and tell me if you would change anything. Now you guys, look at that, so shiny. She was so happy. She was like, oh my goodness, she didn't thought her hair could look like that. Yes, you guys, so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. And you guys, please comment below and tell me if there's anything that I touched on in this video that you did not know, if you already done a silk press. Let me know if you've learned anything, because that's the aim. And see you.